Mummy, it's yummy!
Hello friends, welcome to Mummy It's Yummy. In today's video, we are going to see the most popular and healthiest breakfast recipe. Yes, idli needs no introduction. Making the soft, fluffy and spongy idlis are a dream come true for everyone, isn't it? To make the perfect spongy idlis, all you need is the perfect batter. I scream out in joy every single time seeing my beautifully fermented batter. Truly, what a sight! I'm going to share a few tips with you which help you get the pillow soft spongy idlis every time. Mark my words, every single time. What's so special about this recipe? I'm not going to use avel, that is poha, or sabudana, that is jawarisi, in this recipe. The main ingredients are the idli rice, raw rice, whole urad dal and few fenugreek seeds, that is methi seeds. Always use whole urad dal to grind the idli batter. Whole urad dal gives the soft and fluffy idli. Also, it yields large volume of idli batter, whereas the split urad dal doesn't give that much volume to your idli batter. Methi seeds are the key factor to ferment the idli batter so beautifully, and they have very good health benefits. First, in a wide bowl, add 3 cups of idli rice. If you cannot get idli rice, you can use parboiled rice. Along with this, add 1 cup of raw rice. I have used Sona Masuri rice. Wash the rice thoroughly 3-4 times until the water is clear and soak the rice with enough water. Washing the rice and urad dal thoroughly in water until the water is clear gives you white idlis. Soak the rice for a minimum of 6 hours up to overnight. In another bowl, add 1 cup of whole urad dal. Wash the urad dal thoroughly for 3 to 4 times until the water is clear. Soak the urad dal for a minimum of 6 hours up to overnight. I'm going to use around 1 tablespoon of fenugreek seeds in this recipe. Do not add more than 1 tablespoon of methi seeds to grind the idli batter, as your idlis will turn slightly yellowish in color and also it might taste bitter. If you would like to reduce, you can reduce up to half tablespoon of methi seeds. First, let's grind the methi seeds with half cup of water. You can use the same water you used to soak the methi seeds and urad dal to grind the idli batter. Grind the methi seeds until smooth and fluffy for around 5 minutes. Now the methi seeds are ground so smooth and fluffy. Along with the ground methi, add the soaked urad dal. Turn on the grinder and sprinkle water frequently to grind the urad dal so that your grinder doesn't get stuck. Do not add water at once to the urad dal, as the idlis will not fluff up and the batter will become runny. You might need around 1 to 1.5 cup of water to grind the urad dal. Water required depends upon the quality of the dal. Scrape the sides of the ground dal from the grinder now and then so that the urad dal is not stuck to the sides or to the stones of the grinder. Let the urad dal grind around 30 to 45 minutes. Now the urad batter is ready. The ground batter should be fluffy and light. When you take the urad batter and drop it, it should be free falling and not be runny. This is the right consistency that we are looking for. It should not be difficult to fall off. You should not grind the batter like how you grind for the medu vadas. Now let's transfer the ground urad dal batter to a large vessel. Finally, let's add the soaked rice to the grinder and turn the grinder on. Sprinkle water little by little so that the grinder doesn't get stuck. You might need around 1 cup to 1.25 cups of water depending upon the quality of the rice. Let the rice grind for at least 30 minutes. Now the rice batter is ground. The rice batter should be little coarse and not very smooth. This coarse batter yields the beautiful texture for your idlis. Let's transfer the ground rice batter to the ground urad batter. Add about 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt, preferably rock salt, and mix them well. Rice batter sinks inside and the urad batter is light and fluffy, so use your hands and mix them well from the bottom. Divide the batter into 2 large containers because our fermented batter will increase double the size. Keep the container in a warm place and let it ferment for around 8 hours. If you live in a cold country or if it's a winter season there, the fermentation might take a little long. So turn on the light in your conventional oven, place the container inside the oven and let it ferment there. You need not preheat the oven. Beautiful fluffy batter will be ready the next morning. After 8 hours, our beautiful fluffy batter is now ready. Gently mix the batter. Do not over mix the batter. Refrigerate the fermented batter and this batter stays fresh for about 4 to 5 days. Keep the batter at least an hour outside before making the idlis so that your idlis will not be hard. Grease the idli plates with oil, preferably sesame oil or ghee. Greasing the idli plates with oil helps the idli to come out clean and does not stick to the plates. Add a ladle full of idli batter to the idli plates and steam the idlis for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, gently open the idli pot lid and insert a toothpick or a knife to idlis. If the idlis are done, the toothpick or the knife should come out clean. Let the idli plates cool down completely. Gently scoop off the idlis using a spoon. Soft, spongy, fluffy idlis are ready to be served. Try out this recipe at home and make the soft, spongy idlis. If you have any questions regarding this recipe, please leave your comments below. We'll reply as soon as possible. If you find this recipe useful, please like the video, share with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Mummy It's Yummy. Thank you. See you again.